welcome to Shire Talks. I'm Karen.
And I'm Sally.
We're really happy to have Sally here today. She's going to be talking a little bit about real estate. Also tune into our other Shire Talks where we have Sally with us to talk about real estate from a seller's perspective. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about real estate from a buyer's perspective. So after a buyer finds a home and they want to enter into a contract, what goes on after that?
Well, the contract is usually entered into before we get into the picture. The realtors and the sellers and buyers get together and they reach an agreement. Once they've reached an agreement, they get the contract to us. Then it's our turn. We review the contract. The buyer will have an inspection done. We help them look at the inspection results, and then we may suggest some changes to the contract and may request some repairs depending on the condition of the home. We coordinate with the seller's attorney to get that agreed on, and then we move forward.
Okay, so once you get to closing, then what happens?
Well, prior to closing, there's a few things. There's title insurance commitment that'll be issued by the seller's attorney, and then as buyer's attorney, we will review that to make sure that the title to the house is clear. There's not anything that's going to infringe on the buyer's title. We also coordinate with the lender to make sure that the loan is processing on a timely basis, and so that everything happens from the buyer's perspective to get them to the closing table prepared on the day of closing.
So at closing, is there anything that the buyer has to worry about?
Well, the buyer needs to generally bring some money and generally has gone through a lot of red tape with their lender, but assuming they've gotten all of that done, when we get to the closing, our job is to explain everything to them. There's a whole bunch of title documents we review with them. There's also usually a big stack of loan documents that we go through them one by one so that the buyer understands what they're signing and is comfortable with what they're doing.
That's great, because I know at a closing there's often a lot of documents and they're confusing and hard to understand, so it's good to know that there's somebody to go through those.
Well, that's our job, to make sure that they're comfortable with what they're signing and they know what they're doing.
All right, great. Thank you so much. And tune in next time to some more Shire Talks.